what are we even doing here?
I collected all the books on my shelf that are by trans authors or feature trans characters. Most of them are both. And some otherwise gay stuff.
For what?
Because people don't really...
Because people need to know.
People should know.
The people should know.
Tomorrow's Trans Day of Visibility, and there's like a whole readathon about it. But also, like, you can read gay books all year long, so I think you should do that.
Yeah.
So that's what.
So what's Heartstopper?
Oh, I started with 2 books from the author Emily Osmond, who's like really, really popular and well known because she's excellent, but mostly well known for Heartstopper. There are like 5 of these now, and they're excellent. They're mostly just about this gay couple in high school in England, but there's also trans representation, and it's really cute and sweet. I Was Born for This is trans rep, trans character, does rock star stuff, also YA, but excellent. And then I have 2 other YA trans rep books, and they're both by Z.R. Eller, who is a trans man author. And they are both the story, like coming of age story of trans teens. Acting the part is this trans like movie star romance, and they just aren't feeling it and like find a spark somewhere else, and like the mundanity of not being a star. And May the Best Man Win is an enemies to lovers homecoming king rivalry where every character is terrible. I hated every single character in this book, and I ate it up. The main character is a trans man, a trans boy, I guess, trans teen, whatever. And he's the worst. But I ate it up. I loved it. Absolutely. I think I did give this 5 stars.
What made you like it so much?
The storytelling is great. The relatability, especially if you have ever felt like you don't fit or everything you've ever tried to do is wrong and bad for some reason. The storytelling is great, and it's because the characters are unlikable.
Okay.
And next, I have 2 other ones. This is the only one I have on my shelf. But I have 2 others that fall in trans nonfiction genre. This is called Real Queer America, LGBT Stories from Red States by Samantha Allen. This is about a trans woman from Utah who leaves BYU and like is at BYU, and she transitions and then goes on this road trip across the United States and talks to queer people in traditionally really hardline red states, people who are doing the work of queer liberation in places where queer people aren't always welcome. It's really heartwarming and encouraging and kind of scary, but worth the read. I liked it.
So they're setting up like safe spaces in red states? Is that essentially what? Sort
of. It's some people who are doing like advocacy work, and some people who are doing like government work, like in their local municipalities and state governments, and some people who are like setting up halfway homes for homeless queer youth.
Okay.
It's just a variation of all sorts of queer people doing the work in places they're not really
they
welcome.
Don't want to be in.
Well, it's also that a lot of them are saying the opposite of that.
Oh.
It's not places that they don't want to be in. It's that this is their home. They're from these places, and they've always lived in these places, and they love these places. And they don't want to be the trope of the queer person leaving the red state, leaving the rural South, whatever it may be, because they're fighting for their place inside of their place. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. Your favorite book in the whole world is next.
No, because I haven't talked about my other 2 nonfictions yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Well.
I also have Amy Schneider's In the Form of a Question, the winningest woman in Jeopardy history. It's really interestingly written in the form of like individual like letters and essays with really witty, funny footnotes. She loves a footnote. If you like Jeopardy, if you like Amy Schneider, that one's worth a read. The other one is As a Woman by Paula Stone Williams, who is a trans woman who started her life as like a really powerful person at the head of like a nationwide like mega church situation in the evangelical space, and is now a trans woman married to a woman leading a really small church in the Front Range of Colorado.
Oh.
And it's all about her journey of like unlearning misogyny and power through the eyes of womanhood, through her transition. It's really good. I don't know, 4 out of 5 stars.
Worth a read.
Worth a read.
Worth a read.
Yeah.
It's a little boring at parts, probably.
Sorta. Yeah. I was really intrigued because of the church aspect of it, because I'm really interested.
Because you love the church.
No, I'm really interested in like evangelicalism and like its intersectionality with like power in politics and misogyny, like in that way. So that was really interesting for my special interests personally.
Oh yeah, just a personal exploration.
Yeah, personally. Yeah. What's next?
Pick one. Whatever.
Adult fiction. Adult fiction. Oh, did I say all those authors were trans? I think I did.
All those authors were trans. Did you know that? No. Okay.
Yeah.
They got it.
Samantha Allen, Amy Schneider, and Paula Stone Williams are all trans women who wrote those nonfiction books. They're trans. This one is Peter Darling by Austin Chant. Austin Chant is non-binary, and this is the trans man-loving man adventure romance retelling of Peter Pan. And it's the best thing I've read in the last 3 years, probably. Like, this is on my, I would hand it to anyone willing to read it. I will recommend it until I'm dead. If it has 1 fan, it's me. If it has no fans, I'm dead. A book. 5 out of 5 stars.
How many times have you read that?
Twice.
Okay.
Ooh, this is my second favorite book of all times.
Oh, is this the messy one?
No.
Oh.
This is All Adults Here by Emma Straub. If it has 1 fan, it's me. If it has no fans, I'm dead as well. This is a family dynamics, secret gay son, subtly trans child. There's a pride parade at the end. Like, not coming out, but like rediscovering the world after the son is outed. The mom starts dating a woman, and everybody's adults and like coming together and like figuring out what kind of messy nonsense their childhood was.
So it's a little messy.
Oh, it's very messy.
Oh,
it's
it is
messy, but in like a family dynamics. What the hell happened to us? How did we get here?
How did we get so traumatized?
Kind of
yeah.
way.
5
out of 5 stars. Amazing. I forgot his name. I think his TikTok name is Marcus Bones.
Marcus Bones.
But this is his. It just came out this month. It's called Really Cute People. It's a non-binary main character is burnt out and tired of life. A trans man and his wife and their adorable daughter, Rainbow, or Ruby, or Race Car, or whatever her name is at the time. He goes on a work trip, and they get snowed in together, and it's domestic bliss, and it's polyamorous romance, and it's trans, and it's gay, and it's amazing. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Marcus Harwood Jones.
What?
Also, there's a dog and a cat and a bird that are very integral to the story.
Do they get harmed in the book?
Absolutely no animals were harmed in the making of this story.
Now, how did you describe this book when you were reading it?
Oh, I was squealing out loud and kicking my feet. It's so cute. I love it so much.
Next?
The next ones are not trans.
Oh.
And they're not bi trans. Oh, Marcus is a trans man also. Trans author, trans characters, it's trans.
So why are these other books in here if it's not?
These other ones are in here because they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you blow through all of these other trans things tomorrow,
which you might,
on the Trans Day of Visibility, when you're reading trans authors and trans stories, you might need other things to read, and also you can read gay shit all year, so.
Yeah, okay.
The more Rex, the better. This is Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls. It's by Lynn Weingarten? This story took me a long time. I read it and stopped like 3 times before I finished it. This is the story of the falling out of 2 best girly pop friends and how the one like goes on a murder mystery because she's reported to have committed suicide, and this ex-best friend is like, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
She would never, and so it becomes this murder mystery to find out what happened to her.
No.
And it's surprisingly bi at the end.
Okay. So it's got a little game.
Yeah, I was not ready to be like 3/4 of the way through this book, and then suddenly the main character is bi.
Is that a spoiler alert?
No, I don't think so. I think because I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
At the time,
Yeah, it's
and
back
like
in the dark ages.
yeah, so if I had my gay eyes now,
oh yeah,
I would see it immediately. But
your eyes are so much more gay.
Yeah, my little straight egg eyes couldn't see the forest for the trees.
Ah, yes, you just saw a tree.
Yeah.
And when you got closer, it was just a bigger tree.
You know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
So there's that. And I don't want to talk about this one because I haven't actually read it.
Well, show it at least so they know what you're looking at. Okay.
The last one is by high school YA romance. This is Hani and Ishu's Guide to Fake Dating. So if you like fake dating, spoilers, I guess.
Who's it by?
It's by Adiba Jagurda?
Just show it.
I don't know how to pronounce.
You can pause it if you want to look.
Their name, I'm
there
so sorry. I should have looked that up first.
You should have.
Anyways, it's
a book.
Culturally representative. One of them is Hindu and one of them is Muslim, and one of their sisters is like in an arranged marriage engagement situation, and they're besties, but they're also like in love with each other. If you know, you know.
I don't.
It's really good. It's really cute. It ends up really cute. Also, I think one of their fathers is like a head at the temple or whatever.
Oh, he's like a lead, a
Yeah.
temple lead, you could say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like forbidden love and like pretending we're together but we're not together, and one of them like for sure is bi, and the other one is like, I don't know, and finds out.
I'm just here for the fun of it.
It's really cute. I love it.
So that's all the books. You're not going to take this other one off the table
That's.
here.
I also have Clap When You Land, which
There
I
it
don't
is.
know anything about because I haven't read it. It's by Elizabeth Acevedo. It's on my TBR. I've heard it's gay. It's written in poem, like in prose, like poems, poetry to related people, I think.
Oh.
Meet post plane crash, I think.
Sounds interesting.
I don't know. I haven't read it. If
It's like you haven't read it yet.
Let me know. I don't know.
Huh. Well, that's all the books we have today.
Those are my book recs for Trans Day of Visibility and or gay books all year.
Gay books. Read more gay books. You know what they say. If you're not gay, then you should be gay. Okay, bye.